Hey, I've been talking to myself this whole time. That's fun. Thank you, Fusa. Thank you. God damn it. Alright. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. I'm glad you guys didn't hear me reading anyways, because goddamn, my English was going terrible. My English was just being bad. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Christoph, what kinds of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read the past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Asuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her mouth. Whoa, where was I going with that? Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is foreign in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reversed at times and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements immerse me that usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately and take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been into a lot more horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I could relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with The Rock. Really? It wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me on another world, then I really can't put it down. God damn it. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can fix this. This is learning together. Shit. What happens if I change scenes? There we go. I just had to change the scenes real quick. Alright, I think we're back. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Nasuki's eyes divert towards me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Nasuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Yuri slides behind the seats and put her hands around her shoulders. I am not cute. Nasuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Is the game still good? Yeah, game's still good. No! Nasuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet? I understand how Nasuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reach of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if I share some of your work. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Nasuki feel more comfortable to share hers. I guess. Ah, fuck. Oh, I've always wanted to read everyone's poem. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Yeah? Nasuki and Yuri look quizzicality at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Krista? Monica smilingly warms at me once again. Hold on, there's still a problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of joining club, I boldly come forth with what's been on my mind this entire time. I never said I would join this club. So you may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry. I thought, Kristoff, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lighten up. Yes, I'm so happy. She wraps her arms around me and jumps her up and down. Hey. You really did scare me this for a moment. If you really came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Yeah, I'm still on the first day. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat now. I get really into the reading. Yeah, I'm still on the first day. I just started it not too long ago. Hold up. I should probably. Oh, I should probably move this to somewhere where it's standing up and shit. There we go. All right. Remember, everyone. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Kristoff, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Yeah, CJ. I'm going all out for this first computer stream, even though it's probably a little laggy. I'm going all out as much as I can, you know. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Isaki clean up their food. Hey Krista, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for the clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. And then they smash. Yeah, what Booster said, they don't need to always smash. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my charisma there, and I'm gonna make sure, good fortune, I will find me one. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. God, even in real life, in English class, I'm fucking terrible at poems. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes the poem most. Alright. Huh. See, the girl... Okay, so... The girl I'm mostly looking at right now... This is the plot. This is the... You know what? It actually makes sense because the goddamn game is called literature. This is the game. This is the plot. This is the game. Poems. Alright. I see. This is the lore. This is the lore that I was missing. Alright. Ew, poetry. CJ, same, bruh. Alright, let's actually do this shit. Feasted, Bubbles, Kitty's wonderful thing. Fuck it, uncontrollable. Fucking Whisper. Roller, Nimble, Verno, Swimsuit, Sweet, Bag, Vertigo. What the fuck? Vertigo? What? Loud, Anime, Promise, Noble, Nimble, Swimsuit, Verno. CJ, you're not even wrong about that. Fucking English class poems and shit. Silly, calm, fear. Boop. Atone. Vertigo and Anime. I'll keep an eye out for those that pop up. Disoriented. Infillable. I don't think they're gonna pop up again, CJ. Holy fuck. The words are getting deep in this bitch. Explode. Intellectual. Alright, see, alright, Foos, I'll keep that in mind. Alright. Climax. Giggity. Depression. That sounds like something I'd go in a poem. Prayer. Despise. Fantasy. Suicide. God damn it, CJ. Holiday, Motion, Bliss, Email, Heartbeat, Grief, Hurt, Alone. God damn, this girl's really hopping, even though I'm going for this girl. Shit. Hey, the last one. I got her on the last one. Hi again, Grissa. It was good, Monica. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else already began hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Krista. Hey, she looking at me like that. Oh, shit. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst to literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. Natsuki? Nah, I ain't having it with your ass. You need to sit the fuck down. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if your plan is just to come up here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Ooh! Exposed that bitch! Ooh! Sit the fuck down. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Christopher gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. He helps me. Oh, shit. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. So that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? God damn, they should just call this game Exposed. The game. Shit. No one's safe. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Kristoff can become good friends too. Uh, um, Sayori? Huh? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh. Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Like, see what I mean? It's like no one's safe. Either someone's getting called out, exposed, or getting something released that they don't want released yet. Me? Uh, Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry, made it a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Oh, fuck. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Don't leave Sayori hanging like that. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. This is how a girl accidentally... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's seated in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already burned in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It's like the same book she lent to me. More than that, it seems like she's on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, of course. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Uh, well, when I stopped by the bookstore yesterday, uh, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once you start to pick up, Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyways? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans close closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. This book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, so I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give you anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost youngest sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter who she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and life status starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, but that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. You're not a fan of that sort of thing, Kissa? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri was into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, it's not just because someone wants it to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that's they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to this protagonist, they made out to be the the native one leading for their sided morals inferred with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like you should know that I have this problem. When I like books and writing fill my thought, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. People stop me from talking too much. Please stop me if I'm talking too much. Slick, I'm reading, okay? Don't interrupt the novel of art. I'm just kidding. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. God damn it, Slick. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Uh, that's, well, that's true. In fact, I might as well start reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Alright, game volume, you're gonna have to go a little bit. Alright, I slip into the next seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? Wait, I didn't even ask. Is that better? I hope the audio should be down a little bit. You seem a little apprehensive. That's... I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Uh, alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. As if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not very particularly a bad thing. It maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. This is very, like, kid-friendly foreplay now. I'm just kidding. God damn it, why did I say that? I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri's side slides under the thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we were huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. And she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? I turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. This is probably the least I can do. Honestly, I have no idea what's going on. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she's finishes the page before me so I can turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently lets go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. What the fuck? Yeah, very intimate. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt about in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses the things she's always does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they kind of they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Reading a book is the new third base. That needs to be printed and quoted on a shirt somewhere. Reading is the new third base. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Kristoff, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Oh, just nope. We were getting somewhere and then just insta-blocked. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhaled, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri raises a hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. Poems aren't gonna go. Well, I just have got the feeling. You know what? It's probably gonna be some either funny, awkward, or just disturbing shit. Well, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. Huh. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write your poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pulled their own poem. Sayori's is wrinkled on a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf paper torn from her spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Mana's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their own bags. I do the same myself. This is gonna be fun. Let's go. Fuck it. Yuri seems most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion on to be fair. Hey Yuri, it's me again. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. And what was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri? I'm sorry, I can't just... I mean, I could. But I can't control the game's speed, and I don't even know if that's possible. And if so, ban. But you know, we're gonna move forward. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? You use your imaginary and metaphors in say you've written a lot of poetry before. Wait, indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? What the fuck? That's not my question. My question is... Never mind. It's right to question the whole thick... Okay, there's many more of them. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. Apparently we're good at poetry. Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh. Yuri stares blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if I'm breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical in other new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style that separates from the topic matter, and then they form fit to the two together. Alright, later, CJ. Sorry, I was late on seeing that. All 12 bases. Every single 12 of them. Yep, that was English. And the end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once you find the train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds more like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Nasuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Uh, um, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or Nasuki. But do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, this isn't supposed to be... Isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Slick, to be real with you, I'm just streaming games that my computer could actually play. We could have been playing some OG Spider-Man, but my computer is like, nah, fam, I can't do that. Nah, you're gonna have to play something more simple. Yeah, it's not even an RPG, it's a visual novel, which is even more questionable why people are watching me play a book, pretty much. It's like reading a comic book with people. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining sheet light have to be withstood in the taste of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green of the future. And bathe, calms, breathing air of the present, living in the past. The lights thickens, I thicken back. Thick. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? That's not what I was thinking at all. Slick, you know damn well I do not know how to put song requests on, and I'm not doing that right now. Alright. Took you a long time, but you time to read. Well, I just don't read scriptly often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. It's our first time sharing. I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to get to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Gary? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Chris. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Fuck. Usually, they usually do more often than a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being symbiotically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place for comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more Solomon putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Shit. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Uh, you know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going back to my keep. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Chris. Ah, me too. Hey, oh fuck, we have to go through everybody. God damn it. All right. Then be and jump for the next 5. Alright. Fuck it. Let's get Nasuki out of the way right away. Because fuck it. Krista, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort into this. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Exactly, bitch. Exactly. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better. Anyway, I tell you to improve. But you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. This music, though. Hey. An hour of conversation. Ha! That's a novel for you. Okay, where the fuck can it? Okay. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems? For people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but when it hits you hard, hard. Subhype. We'll get there eventually, Slick, I hope. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about people writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the in the last time. So did you? I guess I'm more went into than I realized. English. I can't. A. 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 Thanks for the follow, Timothy. Thanks for that follow. I see you. I see you. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here. Did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor it with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I need to check some shit real quick. Oh god. It's probably gonna go. Fuck. Alright. We good. Let's go, Sayori. You activated my board like shit card. For 2 turns, everyone is asleep. Yep. That sounds about right, Slick. Hey, Sayori, what's good? This is a good poem, Kristoff. Are you sure this is your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm just really happy you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really a part of this club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you, like, in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Chris. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things is like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motivation here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm gonna hold you that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through this blind wood, making sleep hard to play. I'm skipping every other word because I don't want to read poems. I'm good. Are you trusting me with the rainy day? I look above, the sky's blue, that's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I want breakfast. Nigga, that reminds me how hungry I am. Sorry, alright? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It just came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Apparently, especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, I had to skip. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point of arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, don't forget. Remember what the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Why am I doing this to myself? Monica's the only one left. Alright. Hey, Krista. What up, baby girl? Having a good time so far? Yeah, if you consider almost passing out a good time. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Alright, bring up that. Can we do anything other than this? Even though Fusa already said that this is the main game mechanic. I'm much better just going with the flow until I seem more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Krista. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's just the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I have my poem. Huh. Great job, Krista. I was going ooh in my head, and I was like, while I was reading it, it's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Kappa. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Why is that too real in real life? Just keep everybody's expectations low, so when I do something good, it's gonna seem like the best fucking job I've ever done. That way it all counts when I put some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Like Sayori, who likes simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like this that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting someone deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which is why I'm assuming Yuri has, at this point, never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry. Don't worry about that so much. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure you'll end up in different things a lot. It could be before I feel comfortable doing this. That's why I thought, okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find that kind of style and that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way anyone else writes you to write. It's not like that I have anything impressive to write or anything. Anyway, do you want me to read? You want to read my poem now? Don't worry, not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean it's always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in Wall. Oh shit, nigga, that's my show. Can we? You wanna go to the house right now? You wanna chill? We can go watch Hole in the Wall. Shit, that'll be lit. It couldn't have been me. See the direction of the spackle. Proto. Really neighbor. Too late. My routine. Happy image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole that infinitely choices. I realized though that wasn't looking in. Oh shit, there's more. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Oh, that's cool. So, what do you think? Huh, it's very freeform. If that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, it's kind of, that's the kind of style I got and pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. Then performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Ah, well, I'm not sure if you know this, but I guess you could say that I have some kind of infinity recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An infinity? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to sleep, to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone in this is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep the pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh my god, did we fucking finish? Shit! Oh my god. Am I dead? I'm certainly fucking tired after all of that. Shit. Alright, I think I'm ready to go. Round fucking 2, I guess, or whatever. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than anticipated. As if everyone judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they were just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Nasuki. They are there. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, staring at their respective poems. They read in tandem. I watch each of them with their own expressions change. Nasuki's eyebrows flower in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Nasuki definitely returns to the poem to the desk with her one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? Oh, I know that. Two turns later, still talking to her. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Christoph did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer. But I've been spending a long time establishing my writing style, so don't expect me to change it anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Yeah. And Christoph liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Yosuke said he stands up. Oh, fuck. Is there gonna be a cat fight? I'd be down for that to happen. Oh. Didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, this bitch. Uh, uh, that's not what I. Uh, you're just. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Kristoff appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh! Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the... Wait. Whoa, where did this language come from? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Kristoff started showing up? Oh, shit, fam! Nasuki? Nasuki? That's a little... This doesn't involve you. Shit, I don't like you guys fighting. Suddenly, both the girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Krista, she just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have them to figure it out. Take old biddies. Help me explain that to her, Krista. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only necessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Krista? Well... Fuck, I'm glad I've never been in one of these situations, or nor do I want to be. Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? That's the real question. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Nasuki, Yuri, help me, Sayuri! I'm going with Yuri. Nasuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait! That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion's different. That's not what happened at all. You wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. There's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why she felt more threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Uh, but Nasuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that Nasuki. I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Nasuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, and at this point, differently, only because she can't handle the pressure. In the end, I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I hurt, it helps to take a walk to clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me to having me look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Soki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, the simple crumbles of the poem in her hand, with her hands, throws it in the trash. Nasuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stared down her desk. I generally approach her and sit at an alignment chair. I forgot this was a novel and I should have gotten water. God damn. So, everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. Come on. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Kristoff. You're too kind. I'm thankful for having you part of this club now. There's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Nasuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what did Nasuki say? Well, never mind that. You know what she said. Come on, Kristoff, you know what she said. You know what she said, don't you? I'm gonna make some tea. Good idea. Make it enough for me than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's about that time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Kristoff, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. What in the fuck? And maybe you learn something from your friends too. Your poems turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about kinds of poems that everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod with myself. New frontier determination. Kristoff, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Yeah. So Yuri beams at me. It's truly has been a while since Yuri and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. So Yuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Nasuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise you, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, first off, it's nice to spend time with you in this club. But I think you get along with everyone is making me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to my kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but doesn't it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder and more myself. It's easy as Sayuri in terms of monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Holy fuck all that talking. You know what is I gonna do though? I am gonna go get some goddamn water. I'll be right back. Shit, my fucking voice and shit. Yep, alright. There we go. I messed it up. I fucked it. Alright, I'll be back. I got the water, nigga. I got the water. I think we ready to go. Alright. Disaster. That it describes today. uh Chocolate. Essen. Uh Intro. I'm using all these big words that I don't know what they mean. It'll make me probably sound better. Uh In restaurant, meager, rainbow, uncanny. Treasure, combination, bubbles, prayer, lucky, scars. Frightening. Pout. Massacre, shit. Pressure. Ambition. Sensation. Tears. You gotta get that dramatic wordplay in there once in a while. Electricity. Animal. Fuck it. Graveyard. Empty. Grief. Incongruent. Papa. Heart. Whirlwind. Rain cloud. Vertigo. Judgment. Oh shit. I'm probably gonna do one more day of doing the poem things, and I'll probably end the stream after that, because, you know, I just wanted to give this a run. I'll probably continue it though, because fuck it. I started it, and I'm already in it. Pause? Maybe? I don't know. I'm going with it. Another day passes, and it's time for a club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over here the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey, Krista. Yo, Sayori. What's good, baby girl? Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just not used to you being in a club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always good, the simple things that with you. Anyway, speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayuri? Why that? Of all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted you to look at it. Sayuri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch to get it open. Then it turns upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it! I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to you plan on convincingly spend time with you all, spend all your money. So I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves with one option. I give up. You make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Suddenly, Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Kristoff to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayuri. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but when it's fun... But it's a fun side of you. There's no way that you can think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori? I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Prep. Okay. Out of nowhere, something smacks Yuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was that? A cookie? Sure enough, it was a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is, is this a miracle? It's because I paid. It's because I paid my resolution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Nasuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Shaya hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears the wrapping and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot just over one cookie. Nasuki takes one bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Nasuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why would I... Why do you think I'd give you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat, goes behind Nasuki and wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Nasuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off her. Oof. Sayori suddenly leans back and takes a big bite out of Nasuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, what the fuck? Mouthful, Sayori trots away safety. You and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Nasuki glances around. Monica's in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Huh. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swing open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica, you chose a club over your boyfriend after all? You're so strong-willed? But boyfriend? What on earth are you guys talking about? Monica quizzly glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyways? Well, my last period was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. Well, that makes sense. No sense, though. I would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Martha. I don't really. This kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You probably say something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Krista. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to pressure you right like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love to give a chance to show you once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Nasuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finishes her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Nasuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. Huh? Hey. I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one that we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea for you? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing I can make my reading time here any better is a nice cup of tea. Not to mention yourself as well. Not from yourself as well. Shit, I read that completely wrong. Mary stands up to make her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches the electric kettle. I'm gonna plug it in the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me, sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she really contrasts her speaking mannerism, especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodically. Oh shit. I'm bad with big words. I can't word right. Okay. May I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah. Why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri was gonna make some tea, so I started to realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We were just filling up the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. And I had kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Or do you want to tell me something wrong with helping involve Kristoff in the club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Kristoff. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Kristoff, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad, as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. God damn, I don't think you guys could hear the sirens, but shit, that was loud. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you just hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of a friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Kristoff, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water, we turn to the classroom. Kristoff, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature in the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. Why shouldn't you do anything? I shouldn't do anything less than when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little more. It just turned out not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Kristoff. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea. Kristoff, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little easier on my back. I know why. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stop. Can I read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at a desk? Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of my. Hey, I was right. I was right. That's all I'm saying. I was right. Your posture, right? Always hunched over while reading? Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. You and I sit against the wall with the teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding the other half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer together. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Oh shit. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri always was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand, that's not holding the book. I end up position it makes it harder to focus. Because now I have to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Oh boy. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put my teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I don't want to take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, I might get a smudge on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yo. This art, though. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have to have any harder of a time reading it from. As a result, her arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri already started totally focused on reading again. I take the chocolate candy and prop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. What the I just noticed the actual art changed too. That's weird. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Krista? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really intense. Yuri tries to return the book, but I can tell by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't even avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. We looking at that chest though? I raise my arm. Before, Yuri's lips part, but it's different this time. This time the chocolate is, and place it in her mouth, and I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone, yo, that's gotta be like the biggest, like, cock block. God damn it, fucking poems are a thing. Yeah. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. That's what I've learned so far, Fusta. Poems are the biggest cock block in this game. She just comes out of nowhere. She slides in. She's like, "Hey, what up, nigga? It's poem time." Kristoff, can help Yuri put the tea stuff. Oh, put the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. I spell. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I'll pick up the bag of chocolate. In the end, we hastily clean up with so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that there's something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. There's a reason for that? Oh, shit. Alright. Who should I show my poem first? We gonna do the same order because fuck it. Yuri is bae right now. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at your poem surprised with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Krissa, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on it so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri thinks before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like that, like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, that just makes me really happy. You're saying you've shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe that. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon happened at the dead of night while I was slicing bread from a quiet snack. My attention was caught by the stuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as I wondering humor. Holy fuck, this one's long. I'll just read a sentence from each. Aware that the raccoon is fed and always back on the bread. My hungry curiosity, the raccoon is the moon intimidates with crutch knife. I slice the bread fresh and saw the raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotion onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. Every time I brandish a cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic provided condition. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express my vivid imagery, I am conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what that's supposed to mean. Well, I think it was something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Krista? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has something like that. the best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, I can end some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I wouldn't probably hate myself. I would probably hate myself. I I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There aren't many people like you, Chris. That that's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. Just for a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Alright. 1 down. 3 more to go. Let's go. Fuck. I forgot how I did it last time. It was Natsuki, then Sayori, right? Yeah. Fuck it. Huh. Well, I can admit this is better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this is kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah. Well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be in the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it as a way. If it weren't for me, she'd probably be just fly away, like letting a balloon go. You could say we take care of each other in our own ways. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy has a lot of friends. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It's gross. I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with simpler analogies, and it helps people how stupid they're being. Like anyone that would agree with that subject for the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'll make fun of you for or think less of you. But that just makes some people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and makes them happy? I think people really need to learn that aspect for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. You already wrote about this. I was gonna point that out. I'm like, is everybody writing something around the same topic today? But yeah, never mind. Back to the reading. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about unusual hobbies of hers. I really didn't get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel so insecure about other things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri is pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Uh, it's not like I would judge her or anything. It's like it has trouble finding words. I, I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And you already made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think it's not just Phil. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Hey, we got another one down. Let's go, Sayori. Shit, alright. Ooh, I like this from Kristoff. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like both of them. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then I must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess a conveying feeling is pretty important thing as a whole. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you do like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least giving it some thought? Aw, you want me to write something? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. We always good thing about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. Huh. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayuri. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes, when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug. And it makes a nice, happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Krissa. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Yeah. It's a beautiful poem. I like how the words really pop and it's just beautiful. Yeah. Holy crap. Hey, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've even been really touched with my feelings recently. I see that. Almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. This poem came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I feel like was meant to express myself this way. It even helped me understand my own feelings in a closer, better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about it, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep up writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself now. Sayuri always has a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it out of nowhere, like more than a week later. I wonder if this is the one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to submit. Last poem. Shit. Hey again, Krista. Was good, Monica? How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I got my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. I feel like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a total different person when she picks up a pen. I notice that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's just like a light turns on inside her. Huh. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversations out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just admit that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that? You must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, pretty sure she already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, fictional one anyways. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, would you like to read my poem now? It's like... I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Goddamn long ass. Jesus. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless catastrophe of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, randomly waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, shine, cozen, Trojan, like a playing in a chalkboard in a turntable. It's like playing a unival on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Huh. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of writing I've never really seen before, I guess. I guess it's kind of playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and the how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. Almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes me feel like they're gonna speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what this is about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Good call. That wasn't even. I just realized once she said that I've never saved the game up until this point. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this a tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh God, it's getting self-aware. Everyone, we're all done with reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I really don't do well with last minute participations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. So Yuri has been working on a poster, and I've been designing some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what exactly we're going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all in the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for all of us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting the posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Nasuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shaking her hands in fear. Guys, no, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Nasuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole full room of full people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone that the literature is about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings. It's about being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share with others to inspire them to have the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all takes place in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Yasuki and Yuri remain silent, so Yuri looks worried. At least that leaves me with no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do to help them is out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Nasuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Nasuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejected glances around at every else's face. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of your choice. The choice is yours. We're going to practice reciting them in the front of each other. No way! Monica. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite a poem in front of a club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Let's see. Monica flips through her notebook a specific poem that she has in mind for herself. Behind the podium, the title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting the poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. The more that her infected applied emotion behind each line reciting, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or she simply is a natural. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica, so Yuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayuri? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called Your Anxiously Glances at Each of Us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of the Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she putting so much effort in? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. Almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables if a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that has innuendo with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirlwind of Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. She suddenly finishes. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first start to applauding. Everyone afterwards joined me, and we all gave Yuri the recognition she deserved. That's not what we didn't want to applaud her, but we were just so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. So Yuri steps out of the chair cheerfully and walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Ah, sorry, I giggled. So Yuri, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think about it as if you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself in front of a mirror, just in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come to you the best way. I see. Okay then. Yuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It was searing and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but having it come from Sayori's verse almost gives me a whole new meaning. This is what Sayori must mean when she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone's thought than I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Kristoff liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of your poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't have worked quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just so embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Suki? Don't make me go before Kristoff. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Kristoff lower everyone's standards before I have to do it. Suki. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident with my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. I'm sorry I wasn't really good at everyone else. Don't worry about it much. I think it's less about your ability and more about the lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Podium. The poem was called. It's called. Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she is a little more enthused, her poem has a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as it gives life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, you have to at least be prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people. I mean, doing it in front of people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's the surprise, Nasuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so. Well, I guess in that case, you don't have to worry much about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. And it might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem to get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so people let me know ahead of time, so I'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I already I'm already presently surprised that you're putting all this in for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. I'll be working out nice. It's been working out really nicely so far, and I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to fit in the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. Kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. You make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? What? Okay, it's okay, Chris. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I will come with something very much more, even though it's been a few days. I'm gonna save this just in case. Been a few days, and a lot has already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Krista. Wait, shit. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. So this is like, huh? Shit. My bad. I need to check. I accidentally skipped. Sayori fumbles with the word. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you, huh? Okay, I see where this is going. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh, fuck. Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I'd feel awful turning her down, so. Isn't she so beautiful and smart? It has nothing to do with what you just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point on speculating something that has never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. Need you? So Yuri, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. Huh. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm leaving. I left Phil awkward, but it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if it's something that makes her happy, I would hate to walk away from that. Or her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Shit. Alright. I'ma just save it right here. I think this was a decent stream. It wasn't bad. The game's probably definitely still laggy. I don't know how it fixed or changed over time. But I still need to fix out some of the kinks. Again, it's mostly my computer. It's just really slow. The internet too, it's not the best. I'm also moving this month, so maybe that'll get better. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm also getting a laptop, I hope. That'll run better than this abomination that's happening on my computer right now. But this was technically my first shot at trying to computer stream, and I liked it. It was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this random ass stream. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's just like a visual novel and stuff, but I'm like really getting into this, like no lie. But yeah, I'll see you guys. I don't know when I'll stream again, actually. I want to try for tomorrow, but it depends on how much time and what I'm doing tomorrow. But if not, you will definitely see me back here playing more Doki Doki. I don't know how to fucking pronounce that, so I'm just gonna say it like this. You'll see me back here playing more Literature Club, because that's basically what this is. Literature Club simulator with waifus. But yeah, this was fun. I liked it. I hope you guys want to see more of this. I'm just figuring this out, like I said. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, definitely. I'll try to have more stuff set up. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Later. Shit. I've never actually had anything to end off the stream before, but yeah, shit. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.